Hi everyone, this is Sylvan from Sylvan's Way, and today we have two Halloween Rider-Waite decks. One that's like a vintage retro postcard, and the other one that drips with retro pulp horror vibes. Which one deserves a spotlight on your autumn reading table? Let's get to it. Today we're going to be doing a Tarot Showdown between the RWS Halloween Tarot versus the Halloween Waite. And these are both great decks. If you're looking for a Rider-Waite deck, but that has been maybe added, recolored, and added a few additional items to the deck to make it feel like the current season, one of these decks might be something that you might be interested in. Both of these are independent decks, so neither one of them are mass market. So let's first off by saying both of them you can get bags for them. So for the Rider-Waite Halloween Tarot, you get this soft velvet black bag with the orange writing on the front of it. And then for the Tarot Collectibles for the Halloween Waite, you have a couple of different, now there are a couple of bags that they offer that you can get with different images of it. This is the bag I chose. The front of it is like a silk top, silk, and the back of it is that soft velvet. I think it's super cool because both of them, if you look, they put beads on them. So both of the bags, if you like to have a bag for your deck, both of the bags have are really nice. I really like them. I really do. Okay, let's see the inside of them. So we open them up and we have the box. So before we talked about the box, I do want to point out that the Halloween Waite, this does come with a certificate of authenticity, which this one doesn't. The RWS Halloween Tarot does not have one of these. So if you're a collector and you'd like to have this, this is the only one that comes with it. The other thing that's different about this deck is that you do get some choices. So you have 3 different fools to choose from. I have one that is dressed up like a clown that I've actually put in my deck. You also have 2 different lovers. So the other lover I have in my deck. 2 different 3 of hearts, or sorry, 3 of swords, and 2 different 8 of wands, and 2 different 6 of swords. So I chose the other card. Of course, I have it in my deck already. So just to let you know, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different cards to choose from if you like to have those types of selections with the Halloween Waite. So that is one thing I wanted to point out. The other thing I want to point out about both of these decks, neither one of them come with a guide. So the reason they don't come with a guide, and you're going to see this when we open them up, they are basically the Rider-Waite images, just either recolored or recolored, but additional items have been added. So for example, this is the High Priestess, and she has a hat on her head, and this is the Fool, and the Fool is exactly in the same pose, but this one has been redrawn as a clown. So I think both of these makers probably don't include a user guide because they assume that you know already how to read. There's so many books and things out there already that have you know, the descriptions of the Rider-Waite Smith deck, so they don't spend the time to actually, you know, give you a user guide. Anyway, enough about that. The differences between the decks, you'll also notice the decks are definitely, this one is thicker than this one. So this is a thinner cardstock, and this is a thicker cardstock. This actually, the RWS Halloween, this one comes with a hard case with a magnetic flip top, whereas the Halloween Waite comes with a tuck box. So that is another big difference between the two decks. So I'm already seeing like benefits from one. I mean, I like the collector thing, but then I also like the hard case, so it's kind of hard. Like, so this is why it's a Tarot Showdown. There are things already that I'm like, oh, the differences. I love that they both have great bags, but the boxes, I do like a box like this, but this is definitely more economical. I can definitely see that. So let's open up these boxes and see what the cards look like. So that's the Rider-Waite Smith, and this is the Halloween Waite. Okay. So let's talk about size. They're both the same size. However, this is a much thicker cardstock than this one. I actually prefer this thinner cardstock, to tell you the truth. I find that it's easier for me to shuffle. I have smaller hands. I prefer a thinner cardstock. So we can see the difference between them. Here, maybe this way. Let's see. There's not a huge difference, but there is a difference. So you can see the difference of the thickness of the cards. Okay. So that is the first thing about the cardstock. This one's thinner and this one's a little thicker. The other thing is the color palette. So on the RWS Halloween Tarot, you'll notice the color palette has been changed to purples and oranges and greens. So the entire deck has been recolored in those colors. For the Halloween Waite, it's been recolored with some bright colors. Look at all those beautiful, bright, very trick-or-treaty Halloween autumn colors. So those are the colors. We'll notice that the images themselves they're in the same poses of the original Rider-Waite Smith. Both of these were dressed up like clowns, but different kinds of clowns. But we can see that if we look at it, it's so funny. Oh my gosh, there's so many things I'm noticing here. But things about the deck have been changed to be more of a Halloween vibe. So we have, leaves down here on the bottom. We have people redressed in Halloween costumes. We have bats included. So it looks like both of the decks have done that. Another thing that's different between the decks is that the RWS Halloween Tarot has this gorgeous matte orange gilding. So we have that. And on the other one, there isn't any gilding. So if you like gilding, then of course this RWS Halloween Tarot is awesome. If you like to get cards like this in and you like to color them yourselves as like a bonding kind of thing that you do, then maybe the Halloween Waite is the one that you like more. So depending on what you're looking for. And then these are the backs. So the backs of them, one has stars and the other one has like a flannel kind of look. Both of them have orange in them. This one has purple stars. So we can see the difference between the backs. Both are reversible. So you can definitely read both of these in reverse. Oh, and the other thing about this is this one is kind of a semi-gloss, and this one is more of a matte finish. So that is the cardstock differences between them. So next, we're going to look at the actual images. And I'm going to do a little, put them right next to each other, and then we're going to zoom in. Okay, so both decks changed their fool to a clown. Both of them have pumpkins. So those little pumpkin things that the kids carry around to get candy, they put that at the end of it. The RWS Halloween Tarot made it a black cat, which I really like that. And the other one changed it to a black dog and put a little hat on him. So he's super cute. Oh, and this one also put the leaf instead of the flower. So that's the Fool. Then we have the Magician. Both of them decided to make them a Dracula, which is great. I like that this one actually put all of these leaves down here at the bottom and has a pumpkin. Also, the sword, notice the sword's hilt on this one. Look at that. It looks like a bat. So I really like that. And then both of them have bats flying around. So we can see the color variation here. So if you're looking for one that is that's the closest to the original Rider-Waite Smith, this one is definitely closer. So it looks like on this one, they took and they just recolored it and added a couple of things. Like it looks like they might have put teeth on him. They put a little thing on his back and put the bats in it. But it's definitely still, it still looks like the original Rider-Waite Smith. Whereas this one has definitely been redrawn. I mean, they're in the same stance. So that's definitely the same. The items on the tables are all in the same placements. They have all of the same, like the belt with the snake. It's just that this one was definitely redrawn. The High Priestess. Both of them are witches. I love it. Put some witches in there. Though this one is definitely closer to the original because we have the pillars and then we have the pomegranate behind her. And this is Torah, and this one doesn't have those pillars, and this one says spells, and this one has a little black cat and a moon. So the symbolism is definitely there. I feel like she still looks like the High Priestess, but she's definitely different, and I absolutely adore her hat. The Empress in this one, she looks like the Bride of Frankenstein, doesn't she? So that's great. I love that. And then this one, she looks like a fortune teller, I would say, that she looks like here. I love that this was changed out to a pumpkin, and these are pumpkins around her feet instead of the wheat. I like the trees being changed as well. So there's one tree that's been changed in this one, but these ones have many more trees that are changed in it. The Emperor. I'm seeing a theme here. There's a lot of very similar cards. So here we have Frankenstein himself. Both are sitting on a throne. This one, the backdrop is changed a little and more of a traditional Frankenstein, where this one is more traditional Rider-Waite Smith with the, wearing the armor and things like that. It's just the face and the hands that have been changed. This one, other things, like the whole image has been changed, other than the way that he's sitting. The Lovers. Oops. Ooh. Wait. The Hierophant. I moved too many of them. Okay. So here we have pillars on each side. We have the recoloring. I love that it says trick or treat. They've kind of made him green so he looks like a zombie, where this one, he's holding a wand, a candy apple, and a pumpkin for a head, which I don't know. I'm really starting to really like these images. Like, they're so fun. They're so fun. Oh, and it looks like there's a candy bowl on this one. Like they added a candy bowl. Okay, we have the Lovers. They made him look like he was sewn together. Look at that. So, whoa, like, oh no, is that autopsy? Like, that's like autopsy, like markings. So everything's the same, just recolored. We got a pumpkin, we got some stitches on their body, but this one has been remade into Frankenstein and his bride with the scientist at the top and the castle in the background. That's so fun. Oh my gosh, this is great. Look, his head's gone. His head's completely gone. I love these two cats in the front for the chariot. Strength. See, all the poses, they're still the same. This is definitely, like, this whole thing, I think we're going to see all the way through it. I've never compared these together before, so this for me is new as well. But this is definitely, this deck has definitely changed a lot of them. On this one, they put a little tutu, and look at the socks on the back feet. So stinking cute. We have the Hermit. I love that the the light source is a skull. That's great. There's some pumpkins added to the bottom of this one. And he looks ghostly. Look, you can see through his body. So the Hermit is actually a ghost in this Halloween Waite deck. Wheel of Fortune. We have a mask on him. Look at all those different candies, and I love the witch at the top. Justice has a pumpkin head. That's so great. So great. And of course, a witch. Of course. I love these pillars being recolored. The Hanged Man. Look at, I love the little bat up there. Death. This is definitely a fun death card. We're back in New Orleans with this horse and this death card. Both of them changed out the flag to a pumpkin. He's going through a graveyard here. Temperance. The Devil. So these guys are ghosts. That's great. And he's holding a pumpkin in his hand. And this one is holding candy, and all the kids are around him with candy wrappers everywhere. That's great. The Tower. Oh, look at that. Look at who's fallen out of that. He's walking away. Oh, look, the crown was replaced with a pumpkin on this one. The Star. In this one they made it a ghost, and on this one they made it the Bride of Frankenstein. It's interesting that this was changed to blood and it's swirling together there. We have the Moon. So we have just a basic recoloring, and this makes it look more like a pumpkin here. But this one we have actually Wolfman, which is great. And this is, I don't really like this blood. I don't know about that, but I do like it. The Sun. I like that. I like the way this flag's got stuff on it, and both of these were turned into pumpkins. The Sun was turned into pumpkins. Judgment. I think I like this Judgment more. Look at his eyes. He almost looks like he is not, that angel has not been getting enough sleep, that's for sure. And then this one is Dracula. Interesting. And then we have the World. I like her outfit. Nice. I like all of these, the way these were redrawn too. I'm telling you, I think I like this one more. I really do. I love that this hand is a skeleton. This one's just been recolored. Then we have the Two of Wands, and he is a werewolf. And this one looks like this has been recolored to the red and the blue. And this one is a pumpkin, which I like. I like that that was made into a pumpkin. So these have more like little hints, just little changes, where this is an all over redrawing. I like that he's a ghost. That's pretty cool. They put a shadow. And I'm not sure if you're Dracula, you should be actually out there with, hopefully that is the moon. Can Dracula go out during the, no, he can't. No, vampires aren't supposed to go out during the daytime. So I'm not sure if that's the sun or a moon. Interesting. Not that it really matters, you know. Four of Wands. This one has a grave in it. Five of Wands. We have some zombie hands coming up. Everybody is dressed up for their Halloween costumes. Six of Wands. Look at that scarecrow. That's great. All these spiders all over the drape of the horse. Seven of Wands. Looks like he's guarding his candy. Eight of Wands. I really like these witches. Really good. Nine of Wands. There's some glow sticks going on there. A ghosty turned into that one. 10 of Wands. A lot of ghosties in this one. Look, she's brewing up something here. Bringing all that wood over. Page of Wands. Oh my gosh, look at this little puppy dog here. And Knight of Wands. Flame on. He's carrying a pumpkin. Queen of Wands. I like the way that this cat is just relaxing there. King of Wands. Oh, and this one, look, they put a cat and a lizard. And now we're on to the cups. I love this cup. This cup is fantastic. But I do like this bat over the top of this one. Ooh, which one? Which one? Two of Cups. Three of Cups. Four of Cups. Five of Cups. Six of Cups. I like that this looks like a neighborhood where people are trick-or-treating. And it's like he's giving her a cup full of candy, which is really super cool. But these people are dressed up as Halloween people as well, or costumes. Seven of Cups. I like that these were recreated with different people or different things in here than normal. Hold on, somebody, I gotta close the window. Somebody decided they're gonna mow the grass. Okay. Seven of Cups. I gotta hurry up because I just looked at the time. I'm already 24 minutes in. What the heck? Okay. Eight of Cups. I could have done without some of the blood. Definitely could have. Nine of Cups. And 10 of Cups. Ooh, I like this couple there. Page of Cups. Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. This is great. This hand coming out and taking the candy. And King of Cups. There's a lot of bubbles coming up around this guy. And we're to the swords. We have the Ace of Swords. That bat there is great. Two of Swords. She looks a little too happy there. This looks like a piñata. Look, it looks like she's going to knock that down. The Three of Swords. Okay, had to clean up the table a little bit. And so we have the Four of Swords. So we got both zombies here. Five of Swords. This one has little devil horns. All of these zombies back there. Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords. I like the witchy witch. Nine of Swords. Oh, that ghost coming in is great. I like how the pumpkins are changed. Oh, look at this one too. 10 of Swords. That vampire. The sun is coming up. That vampire got it. That's for sure. Look, there's a little ghost in the background. Page of Swords. Knight of Swords. And Queen of Swords. And King of Swords. Look, he's got a kitty cat. Oh, he put kitty cat on that one too. Look at that. And lastly, we have our Pentacles. I like that. I think that I did, when I've used this deck, I did notice that the Pentacles were pumpkins, but I like that it wasn't renamed to pumpkins, that it's still Pentacles, but they put a lot of pumpkins in it. So I do like that. So the pumpkins here. So we got Ace of Pentacles with some bats. Two of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. I really like this, but I'm not sure about the lantern being held. 10 of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. And King of Pentacles. Let's do a quick shuffle and see what it shuffles like. Okay, let's do this one first. This is the RWS Halloween Tarot. So it's a little more difficult for me to get my fingers around it, but it does shuffle, it does riffle shuffle. And I feel like this, even though this is thicker cardstock, it is the type of cardstock that will break in as you use it. So I do prefer the thinner cardstock, so I think I like the cardstock on the other one more than this one, because it really is more difficult for me to shuffle. But that's just my preference. There's a hand over hand. Okay, so that was the RWS Halloween Tarot. And next, let's look at how this one shuffles, the Halloween Waite. So much easier on my littler hands. Yep. I like this cardstock more. And let's do a hand over hand. Yeah, and the hand over hand is easier for me too. So that is how they shuffle comparatively. So which one do you think communicates the RWS meanings more clearly? Does it bother you that this one has more that's been redrawn? Do you like the original with it just being recolored? Which one do you think brings more Halloween flair without losing the symbolism of the cards? So, like, I'm just wondering, like, which one do you like more? Like, I feel like this Tarot Collectibles, it really has like a unique collector's kind of thing, especially with getting this certificate and being able to change out some of the cards. I really like some of the bold, more striking visuals, and like it's really, really, really Halloween themed. So if I were going to a party, I would definitely want this Tarot Collectibles to take to a party because it is just so fun, so fun. This one's so fun. Now, as far as the RWS Halloween, I feel like it's, if you want something that is definitely no change from the Rider-Waite Smith, this one hasn't been redrawn. It's just been recolored with items added to it. So if that is more your jam, maybe without the bolder colors, maybe you like the orange and the purple, like maybe that is something that you would like more. And then also, do you care about the matte finish versus the semi-gloss, the matte finish and the semi-gloss, or the thickness of the cards? Like, would that bother you at all? So for me, I have to tell you that I think that hands down, overall, this one wins for me. I really, really like, there's the positives are so good for this one for me. There's the Tarot Collectible ones. I really I would see myself using this one more than this one. I probably will end up rehoming this one eventually if I don't find myself using it more. The shuffleability, like, believe it or not, that is a really big thing for me. Having a hard time and my hands hurting, and I'm sure as I get older, this one is going to hurt my hands more and more, where this one is easier for me to shuffle. Plus, I just love, every single card in here reads Rider-Waite Smith to me, so I don't need the original with just the recoloring. But, that's just my take and what I think and what I like. So tell me what you think, what do you think? Oh, the other thing I was going to tell you, these are relatively the same price. I think this one is $60 and this one is $55, or maybe it's the other way around. They're a $5 difference. This one does come from the UK, so shipping might be more on this one than this one. So this one might be more costly. So Tarot Collectibles may be more costly than this one. So depending on that. So tell me what you think of these cards. Which do you own either one of them? Do you own both of them, and there's one that you use more often than the other? For you, do you collect them and you don't really use them at all? Do you actually use them? Or are you just a collector? So tell me what you think. Which one is winning for this showdown? Which one of these wins for you? For me, I'm gonna have to go with the Tarot Collectibles. That's the one I'm going to have to go with. So until next time, I appreciate all of you. Hit the like, hit the thumbs up, follow me so that you can keep up to date with all of the videos that I'm putting out. All of October is going to be nothing but spooky decks. So it's either going to be about ancestors or spooky decks, all within that theme of Halloween, Samhain, Day of the Dead. So that is what my videos are going to be. So definitely subscribe to get more of these types of videos. Until next time, thank you. See you later. Bye.